Hello, Big Tube. Hello, friends. Welcome to Lizziefaye Loves Books. I'm Elizabeth, and this is going to be part 4 of my Shelf Spotlight series on cozy mysteries that I have collected, namely the particular series that I have the most of, and I'm just going in ABC order according to authors, kind of because the Killing Time with Cozies group is doing an ABC title challenge this year, and also because I am reorganizing, trying to come up with creative ways to store my cozy mysteries, and I just thought I would share with you, since it's March Mystery Madness, some of the series that I've collected. So in the previous video, I showed 2 different cozy mystery authors series whose names start with C. And I mentioned at the time that I would be doing another C author, which I'm going to do today. And also there are several other C authors that I have a few books by, but I don't have enough to really focus on. But there is another author that I have completely finished and I used to own, but I have moved those out. I have either given them or sold them. What did I do with them? I can't even remember now. But they are gone from my house. And I'm saying that because someone asked me the other day in the comments, do I keep all my read books? Are most of my books read or unread? And most of my books are unread, but I do keep some that are favorites, and I do let some go when I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to read those again, or if they're not my most special favorite books in the world. So the series that I'm caught up with that I used to own a lot of is the Coffee House Mysteries by Cleo Coyle. So since that's another C author, it's a husband and wife writing team, I just thought I would mention that I did used to own quite a few of the Coffee House Mysteries, but I do not anymore. I think I turned in most of them to the used bookstore for credit, and then I had a few left that I may have sold in my yard sale that I had near the end of 2020. I think that's what happened to them. I saved book 1 so that if I ever just need to talk about the series, I've got book 1 that I can hold up. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Laura Childs. She has 3 series that I know of. If she's got any more, y'all let me know. But I have collected most of all 3 of those series, and I have started reading all of the series. And before I get into those, though, let me show you one other book that I believe she spearheaded. This is called The Cozy Cookbook, and it includes recipes from Laura Childs and Cleo Coyle, also B.B. Haywood, Julie Heisey, Jen McKinley, and more. So I have not read any of these recipes. This is on my list of literary cookbooks to read and review, and I have not done it yet. But in case you don't know about it, I thought I would let you know. I found this on Book Outlet. So if this is something that you are interested in, check Book Outlet and see if they have any left. It does not have any illustrations or photos. It's kind of like the inside of a cozy mystery. You know, it's just text. But still, I'm hoping that there are some good recipes in here. And it looks like there are some bits of narrative that are excerpts from books by these authors. So I'm looking forward to going through it and reading it. So let me start with the shortest series. I think this is also her newest series. She's still writing. I think she's still writing all of them, but this is one that she has started most recently. It only has 9 books, and I have read 5 of them. I listened to them on audio on Hoopla, and I was concerned that, because I've read the first 5, and when you go on Hoopla, at least for me, now, different libraries, you know, could be different. But when you go on Hoopla and you pull up the series, it shows that they have 1 through 5 and then 8. And I'm thinking, why? Where is 6 and 7? Why is it not on here? Just today I noticed that they are on there. They're just not linked in with the series. So if you are reading or listening to or wanting to read or listen to the Cackleberry Club Mysteries by Laura Childs, all 9 of them are on audio on Hoopla, and whether or not your library subscribes to them, because each library can have a different set of books. Not all libraries who have Hoopla have exactly the same books, but they are there. And if your library doesn't have them and you want them, I would suggest calling your library and say, hey, you know, can we can we get these books on our Hoopla? So this is a series about 3 women. They're not all widows. They are all without their husbands. One is a widow. I think one may be divorced, and one is separated. Her husband keeps coming back into the picture. He's kind of a scoundrel. But anyway, it says that they have lost their husbands but have found their independence by opening the Cackleberry Club. And I can't figure out where exactly this is set. It's set in the town of Kindred, and it feels like it's the Midwest, but I don't think it ever says exactly what state, and maybe that's on purpose. But I do believe it is somewhere in the Midwest of the United States. So the main characters are Suzanne, Tony, and Petra, and they own the Cackleberry Club, which is a diner, it's a bookstore, it's a gift shop. It's really a lot of things. And interestingly enough, Tiffany from the Beach Bum Bookworm, I was just reading her review earlier, and she said that to her it felt like the author was trying too hard to make this every theme, by putting too much into one establishment. And I can see that. It didn't bother me that much because I think the idea of it is really fun. Whether it's realistic or not is another story. But, it's fine. As far as I'm concerned, it's fine. Now, I did not love these as much as I wanted to. Just the name Cackleberry Club makes you sound like you want to cackle and laugh and, hoop it up. But they didn't blow me away as much as I wanted them to. In fact, I would really say that about all of the Large Child series. I love the covers, I love the premise, I love everything about them except the actual stories don't blow me away. I don't hate them. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate them. Just everything I've read so far, I've liked fine, but I didn't love it and give it 5 stars. Does that make sense? Actually, I might have given one of these 5 stars, but I can't think which one it would be. Anyway, let me show you the Cackleberry Club series. We have Eggs in Purgatory, and then we have, let's see which is which. I thought I had these in my, yeah. Eggs Benedict Arnold, and then Bedeviled Eggs. So for this series, actually for all of these, I have a mixture of hardcover and paperback. And I really want the Scrapbooking series in hardcover. I have most of those in hardcover, and I have most of the Tea Shop in softcover or paperback, and the Cackleberry Club is half and half. So I'm going to go ahead and get this series finished this year, and I'll probably let these go. So I'm not super worried about the fact that these are a mismatched set, but it does make storing them trickier when the editions don't match. So number 4 is Steak and Eggs, Stake, and that does factor into the murder. Eggs in a Casket is book 6. No, that's book 5. Yeah, that's book 5. Book 6, which is the one I'm on next, is Scorched Eggs. So that I will be getting to next at some point soon, hopefully this year. I think now that I know they're all on audio on Hoopla, I'm going to finish this series this year. Egg Drop Dead is the next one. And then book 8, Eggs on Ice. Now, I don't have book 9, but I'll show you a picture. It's called Egg Shooters, and that's the last book in the series. I forgot to look up how old that one is. I think it's pretty new. So as far as I know, this series is still being written, and I just don't have that last one. But I do want to catch up with the Cackleberry Club this year. So let me show you the Scrapbooking Mysteries next. Let me pull my box over here. Now, I have read the first one of these. I read this probably before I ever started BookTube, because I am a scrapbooker from way back. Now, I have not done any scrapbooking in a long time. I still plan to, and I'm selling a lot of scrapbook stuff on my eBay store, not my own stuff, but some stuff that people gave me. In fact, this is Saturday as I'm filming this, and I went to a yard sale, and I bought a bunch of scrapbook stuff. And I'm wearing my teapot shirt, and I had an egg roll for lunch. So I've done something today that relates to all of these series. Anyway, the first book is Keepsake Crimes. Now, this book is about, somewhere I had a little paper that told me the name. Camilla, I think her name is Carmela. Carmela Bertrand is the main character of the Scrapbooking Mystery series, and she owns a scrapbook shop in New Orleans. And I'm pretty sure that this first book takes place during Mardi Gras because there's a parade and someone who's riding on a float ends up dead. So somehow her ex-husband is connected. I think he's accused, so she tries to clear his name. And that's the first book. So this takes place in a scrapbook store, which I think is awesome, and I definitely want to read more of these. Book 2 is Bound for Murder, and book 3 is Photo Finished. These are the only 3 I don't have in hardcover, and I've never even seen them in hardcover, but I would love to find them in hardcover because all of the rest of what I've collected are in hardcover except for one. And I want to find it in hardcover too. So number 4, Motif for Murder. And number 5 is Frill Kill. 6, Death Swatch. Number 7, Tragic Magic. Skeleton Letters is number 9. That's number 9. Number 10 is Fiber and Brimstone. 11 is Postcards from the Dead. Did I say that right? That was number 10. I shouldn't even try to tell you the numbers because I just mess them up. All right, this is number 11. Guilt Trip, G-I-L-T. And I don't know how that refers back to scrapbooking or paper. That's a female hog, because I used to raise hogs, and that's how you spell that, a gilt that hasn't had any litters yet before it becomes a sow. But I don't know what G-I-L-T is in paper and scrapbooking terms. I have no idea. Anyway, the next one I don't have, so I'll put a picture of it here. It's Gossamer Ghost. It's number 12. And then number 13 I've got in paperback. This is Parchment and Old Lace. And then the last one I have is number 14. It is Crepe Factor. And then there's 2 more that I don't have. Number 15 is Glitter Bomb. I'll show you a picture of that. And number 16 is Mumbo Gumbo Murder. So you can see these sound very New Orleans-esque, all of these titles and things. And that's really all I know about the series. Set in New Orleans, takes place in and around a scrapbooking store. And, you know, that's enough for me to, you know, to want to continue the series. So the biggest series by far is the Tea Shop Mysteries. I have read 2 of these, and I plan to read 2 more this year, hopefully, because the 4th book will meet a challenge that I want to do in April. But as of right now, I've read the first 2. They are Death by Darjeeling and Gunpowder Green. So the Tea Shop Mysteries take place in Charleston, South Carolina. The main character is Theodosia Browning, and she owns a tea shop. She has an employee, oh goodness, I could have said his name if I hadn't tried to think of it, who is very knowledgeable of tea. He's a connoisseur of tea. He does tea workshops and things where people want to come and learn about tea. Just from reading this first book, I learned a lot about the proper ways to steep tea and things like that. So I think if you're interested in tea, this is a good series because you will learn some things that I think will interest you. Again, these were fine, but they didn't blow me away. I still definitely want to continue reading them, but, you know, it's not my favorite. But let me show you the rest of the books. I have the first 17 books, and there are 23 in the series now. And as far as I know, they're still being written. So I'm not even going to try to tell you the numbers because I'll just get them mixed up. I'm just going to show them to you in order, at least what I think is the right order. Let me double check that I'm getting off on the right one. Gracious. Okay. Oh, no, I was about to show you the wrong one. All right. Here we go. This is the right order. All right, the next one is Shades of Earl Grey. That's number 3. Number 4 is The English Breakfast Murder. And Chantel from Chantel Reads All Day is doing a Read Your Bookshelf challenge. And in April, it's to read a book that has your initials. Well, English Breakfast Murder is about as close as I'm going to get to my initials, because Elizabeth, English Breakfast, and my last name starts with M. So I got to read that for that challenge. The next one is The Jasmine Moon Murder. Chamomile or Chamomile Morning. Blood Orange Brewing. And Dragonwell Dead. Then I've got a hardcover book. I have 3 of the first 17 I have in hardcover, and if I could find these, I would love to replace these. It would be so much easier to store this series if I could find these 3 that I have in hardcover in paperback. And then I'll have these to either sell or share. In fact, I had a couple of duplicate hardcovers that I sent to a fellow booktuber. I won't call you out, but you know who you are. If you want any of these hardcovers, I will be happy to send them to you. Anyway, this next book is The Silver Needle Murder. And these are all, the hardcovers I have are ex-library copies. Then the next 3 I have in paperback. Oolong Dead, The Teaberry Strangler, and Scones and Bones. And then I've got another hardcover, which is Agony of the Leaves. And get myself mixed up here. I believe this is the right order. Sweet Tea Revenge. That is number 14, just to catch you up. So that means this is number 15, Steeped in Evil. And I've got one more hardcover and one more paperback. Ming Tea Murder. That would be number 16. And then number 17 is Devonshire Cream. There are 6 more that I don't have, and I'm not going to show you all of those, but just know there are 23 books, and there's a Christmas one. I think maybe the most recent one may be a Christmas one, and I don't think any of these others are Christmas themed. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 of them are. I don't know. Anyway, it's a series set in a tea shop in Charleston, South Carolina. It's very southern, very genteel feeling, and you know, if that sounds interesting to you, then you might want to pick them up, or you know, check them out from your library, or any of the above. So anyway, that is it for this video. This is my Laura Childs collection, and let me know if you have read any of these and what you thought of them. So for now, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.